Hello everyone, welcome back. I want to believe that we're doing great and we're doing fine. Okay, thankfully we are taking a good rest at this moment and it is well deserved for me. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about something a bit different, well not too different. I'm going to be sharing just about two tips on, yes, still on Microsoft Excel. But we're talking about how to apply number formatting in Excel. Okay, so because basically that's where the work starts from. You usually would want to represent your data in a more in a way that it's easily understood. Okay, easily understood by your readers. They don't have to crack their head. You want to make life simpler for them. Okay. At the same time, as an individual, you're going to be able to have more insights. Believe me, the neater your data is, or the neater your work is, or the neater whatsoever you're trying to express is, the better. It's easier to assimilate. If you're a business owner, insights just jump at you as much as possible if your data is simplified to the barest minimum. Okay, even before you even get the visualization, even if it's in a tabular format, if it is as simple and as summarized as possible, the better. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share. I'm going to share an Excel workbook with us. We're going to be working on a worksheet today, and the data is mobile up. Okay. Not totally mobile up. It's still in cells. It's in tabular form like that. But then again, we're going to be doing some transformations. Okay. So we're not going to take too much time. In about 15 to 20 minutes, we're done. Okay. I don't have long attention span myself, so I really wouldn't want to keep us too long. Okay, all right, so let's get to it, and we will we should get to it. So I'll share my screen for the Excel that we're supposed to work with, and here we go. I want to believe that we can all see this. Okay, so basically the data I have before me is a store data, like a departmental store. Okay, with yes. Here the sell accessories, and what is it called, for automobiles. Okay, so on this particular sheet we have about 30. Let's see, we have about 34,866 entries, and the data spans from column A to column N. Okay, all right. So in this same table, it's a sales data majorly. So it captures the sales data for customers. Okay, so we have the month, the day the person purchased the item, the year, the month, the customer's age, the gender, the country from what the person purchased the item, the states in that country, and product category, the unit cost of, remember you're assuming the position of the store manager here. Okay, all right, the unit cost of the data, and the unit costs. Okay, I'm gonna drag all this. Just give me 1 minute. Um, okay, all right. So the unit cost of the unit cost of the item, the quantity of the item, and the revenue that was generated as a result of the item, and the unit price. Okay, so basically, so I've said earlier, we have over 34,000 entries in this sheet, and it spans across different customers' data. Okay, all right. So we're going to apply number format to this data. So first of all, what you want to check throughout is, okay, by the time you put your cursor in this cell, you can see that, look at the home tab here. Look at the home tab here, then just straight look down towards the number group. Okay. Now, if you realize, when we put it in the home tab here, under the date column, the the format here changed to date because this particular column has been formatted into the date column per se. So if I put it elsewhere, it changes to general, that it's in no particular format. Okay. So for example, if I choose this old column and put it to general, it's going to look funny. Now this doesn't look like it doesn't look like date, okay, because in Microsoft Excel, the date is formatted such that it starts, I think the figure zero starts from, I think the 1980, I said 1980, 1899, then 1900. Let's not even get to that. Okay, so basically we have to change it to date format. That's why this would be in date format. It will make more sense. All right, date. So we're going to pick the short date because that's what it's easier to read that way. Okay, so all right, this is the date format. Then we want to come here because we're dealing with numbers today, and we don't want to touch our age. Our age is just age, okay? But the numbers we want to work with are the one that has to do with price, okay? So if I am an accountant or I'm a sales manager or something, I want to know, first of all, my figures. Then I want to know the denomination, the currency in which the prices have put. So we're going to work with how to impute currency symbols, okay? So we're going to assume, should I assume Naira or should I assume dollars? Okay, I want to earn in dollars, so let me just assume dollars. So let me assume dollars, okay. All right, so this is the quantity for this person, this first customer who bought something on the 19th of February 2016. She's 29 years old, female, yes. So she bought in the United States, Washington. This is what she bought. This is the unit cost, okay? The unit cost of the item she bought, tires and shoes, is $80. And the unit price, of course, there has to be imagined. The unit price is $109. So we're going to apply dollars to all these columns, too. So here we go. We highlight the whole column, okay? Then we come here. It's either we come here and choose the currency, but I want us to see different kinds of currency that we can even apply our own Naira, okay? I'm going to do that. So we'll come to this dialog box. Okay, let me not use that. Let me just say, we'll come to this small arrow here. Then the arrow pops up this, and okay, I'm going to take this off my face. 1 minute, please. Okay, all right. So we come here and we want to do currency, right? So we pick on currency. Now it has a lot of currency. From this drop down, we see symbol. Now we have a whole lot. But remember, we want to, in fact, Bitcoin is there. So, but remember, we want to, let me first of all put it in Naira so we could look for, so scroll down, blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, so, well, by the way, we're not going to see Naira straight up. We're going to see tribes. I don't know why it's in tribes, really, okay? So you're seeing Hedo, but you can see that it's the Naira symbol. You're seeing Fulani, Kanuri, Igbo. Okay, so I'm just going to choose Yoruba, and it's still the Naira symbol. So we're here. So it has given me like a preview of what's going to look like here, okay? And it's telling me that it will be in 2 decimal places. So I don't have an issue with it, okay, because there are some there are some decimal places there. Okay, so we can now see that we have applied the Naira symbol to the old data, okay? So with this way, you don't have to be worried about, oh, the thing will not add my data, because usually I've seen people, instead of doing this way, they'll write N as in capital letter N in front of the number. So it makes it difficult for them to perform any command on those kind of figures, because you've mixed figures with numbers, and Excel's not going to recognize that, okay? All right, so we've done that to the unit cost, and we'll do this to the unit price. Okay, we'll do the same. Okay, so I said I wanted to earn in dollars, so I'm gonna change it to dollars. All right. All right, so dollars. Okay. Okay, so that it doesn't get confusing, let me just go the numerals. Okay, currency, symbol will come here. Then, so we can see that the symbol of dollars is just everywhere, or like everywhere. So we're just gonna pick English United States. Okay, so it has come to $80, $24, $3 like that. So I think that's more. So this is the unit cost of each item, and we'll do the same thing to the unit price. The unit price basically means the selling price. Okay, so this is the cost at which the seller bought it, and this is the price at which the seller is selling it. Okay, I hope that is. So we do the same thing for that. We'll do the same thing for that. And where am I? Currency. Alrighty. Are we still on our? I'm just going to do the same thing we did earlier. Okay. Oh, I didn't select the old column. Okay, so here we go. Go. All right. Okay. Currency. Then okay, and there we have it. Okay, so this is how we'll apply the currency symbol to our data. All right, so another thing, another formatting that I would like us to pay attention to is I'm not going to take all the number formatting today, but I'm going to touch one or two. All right, so we can pay attention. Let's quickly deal with let's deal with the fraction. Okay. No, before we go to fraction, so for example, this is the unit cost. Okay, this is the unit price, which the decimal places are fair. Well, in cases where you have decimal places that are irrelevant. So for example, where we have 00 here, where we have 0.00 here, we already know it's $5. The zero is negligent. So you want to change it, you want the data to look more workable with, you can reduce the decimal point from this tab. Okay, so for example, if I just want to reduce for $109 alone, so I'm just going to tap this. It removes 10, then I tap it again, it removes the other 0 too. Okay, all right, but because for uniformity's sake, okay, so I'm just going to Ctrl Z and put my pen back. Okay, so another thing that we can work with is a fraction. Okay, so we could work with a fraction format. So for example, let me write series from, so 0.5, 0.25, 1.5, 4.5. So we want to convert this range of numbers to fraction. We want to express them in fraction. Okay, we don't, maybe somebody is not just familiar with seeing decimal places. So excuse me, we're going to highlight the range like this. So we're going to come here like we did the other time. Then we'll go to fraction. So we'll tell Excel will ask us, okay, so how do you want it to play out? Okay, so that it doesn't get cumbersome, we could just go to up to 1 digit. Okay, and we already have the preview here. So up to 1 digit is already highlighted. Then you say okay. Now, if you look at it, it has already changed all the data in that field to fraction. So where we had 0.5, that turned it to half, a quarter, 1.5, 4.5. Okay, so that I think is very straightforward. Another thing that I see that is very common in the workplace. Okay, I work in a bank, so I get to work with account numbers a lot. Okay, so and there are times that for Nubank account numbers, you know, they always have to be 10 digits. But there are times I have unstructured data such that I have account number that's like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's assume this is an account number. We have 0 in 4 places, 574896. The moment I take my cursor away from this cell, it's going to take those 4 zeros away, which makes it difficult for me to analyze. Okay, I want, which makes it even difficult for me at times to have a to have a set of data that rhymes. Okay, so to solve that kind of problem, I said it's not a problem, but to tackle that kind of issue, so you're going to come here back to your data, and you're going to instruct Excel to leave your zeros alone as it is. Okay, so we come to number as usual, then we'll come to custom. Okay, now on the custom, we have a lot of Excel already has a lot of templates already, but you want to tell Excel the exact thing you want. So if you look at your, hold on, if you look at your figure, so I have how many digits left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 digits left instead of my full 10-digit account number that was there before. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to add 4 zeros to precede this 5. Okay, so I'm going to just come to this custom button. I'm going to tell them, okay, me, I want to define my own type. Okay, so instead of choosing any of the, I could come to general and say, guy, I want my 0 back. So I'll highlight 0. I'll highlight the general, then I'll add my zeros, but in 10 places, such that, okay, let me do that. In 10 places, such that when Excel is is adding the zeros, it just adds the extra zeros to the front. Okay, so let me do what I'm trying to say. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you see that the sample, the preview here was moving. So it has really upped, and it has added the zeros I need back to my figure. So right now it's gonna see it as a number, and I have my data back. Okay, so I'll still like to add one more trick on number formatting. This wasn't supposed to come here yet. Okay, so for example, the example I just demonstrated was for if you wanted to add zeros to precede the figure. So for example, if in the case of phone numbers, you want to add the dialing code +234 or something, um, it's it's the same way. So for example, let's impute a phone number, and we want it to ring. So assuming we have a phone number 8081874444. I don't know if that's up to 10 already. Okay, so let's assume this is a phone number. 808184. Okay, so let's assume this is a phone number. Okay, so we want to format it such that it would let me format it to be a number first so that it stops showing exponential 11. Okay, so here I formatted it back to what I want it to look like. So I want to add +234, then to continue it. So I'll come back to my number formatting desk. I'll choose custom. Then under general here, I could easily just change it to suit my purpose. So I'm going to add my +234. Please just keep looking at this sample box here. You see what so what I'm trying to achieve is +2348081. So I put my +234, so I'll just add 0, and every other thing follows. Okay. So here we go. So if we have an array of phone numbers, or any other number, but it is not 0 that you want to precede it, it's a figure. So we could use that method too. All right, so thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. You could download, you could share with your friends, and please do not forget to subscribe to our newsletter on www.waymakeronline.com. Thank you for today, and we'll see you when I